Let's be real. If you're a parent, you know that feeling. You hand your kid a phone or a tablet, and for a split second, you wonder, what are they really seeing out there? Well, today, we are diving into exactly that. How to help our kids navigate the crazy, confusing, and sometimes downright deceptive world of online media. I want to start with a number, 5,000. What do you think that is? Well, that's the estimated number of ads and media messages that the average child is bombarded with every single day. It's just a constant fire hose of content, all fighting for a piece of their attention. So, when you're facing a tidal wave like that, the big question we all have to ask ourselves is this: are our kids actually equipped to handle it? Can they really tell the difference between a real news story and a slick piece of advertising, or spot a viral hoax before they share it? Honestly, the stakes have never been higher. And that's because it's not an exaggeration to say our kids are growing up in a digital minefield. In an environment like this one, media literacy, it isn't just a nice little skill to have anymore. It's become absolutely essential for their well-being. Now, if you're thinking, oh, but my kid's pretty savvy, they can probably tell, well, a study from Stanford University found something pretty shocking. A whopping 82% of middle schoolers could not tell the difference between a real news article and sponsored content, an ad. That's more than 4 out of every 5 kids. It's staggering. So you'd think, okay, the schools must be teaching this, right? The answer is, for the most part, no. Here in the US, fewer than a dozen states actually require media literacy to be taught. That leaves this massive, critical gap, and the responsibility to fill it, well, it falls right onto our shoulders as parents. So where on earth do we even start? Well, it starts with us. The most powerful teaching tool you have is your own behavior. Our kids are little sponges. They absorb everything, and that includes watching how we consume, react to, and share information online. So here are 4 simple but really powerful habits we can start building right now. Number 1, actually read the article, not just the spicy headline. 2, before you believe some wild claim, just check 1 or 2 other sources. 3, pause and ask yourself, wait, why is this headline making me so angry or so happy? And finally, number 4, something called lateral reading, which is a game changer we're going to talk more about in a bit. When our kids see us doing this stuff, it just becomes the new normal. Okay, so once we've got our own habits in check, it's time to start building a critical thinking toolkit for our kids. This is the fun part. This is how we transform that passive, zoned-out scrolling into moments of active, engaged learning. And here's the secret sauce right here. You have to change your role. You're not the all-knowing lecturer anymore. You're the lead detective on a case with your kid. So when they show you some crazy viral video, instead of just saying, "That's not real," get curious. Start an investigation. Together. And your secret weapon is a handful of simple questions, like, hey, who do you think made this? And what do they want from us? Or, how is this video trying to make you feel right now? Or even, is there any actual proof here? Or is it just some person's opinion? Questions like these are what teach our kids to look beneath the surface of everything they see. And you'd be amazed how fast this works. Get this. One parent said that after just 2 weeks of asking these kinds of questions, their 10-year-old had this amazing breakthrough about advertising, an insight that, let's be honest, most adults completely miss. This stuff really, really works. Another awesome tool is teaching them to spot logical fallacies. These are just common tricks that people use in arguments and ads to try and persuade you. Things like attacking the person instead of the idea, or the whole bandwagon effect. But mom, all the cool kids are doing it. Once you can put a name to these tricks, you see them everywhere and they totally lose their power. You can even make a game out of it. Okay, so once they can spot the more obvious tricks, it's time to level up. Let's equip them with some real pro-level fact-checking skills. This is how we help them become true digital detectives. Meet your child's new best friend, the CRAAP test. And trust me, with a name like that, they're going to remember it. It's just a simple acronym that gives them a mental checklist for any source they find online. Is it current? Relevant? Who's the authority here? Is it accurate? And what's the purpose? Are they trying to inform me or sell me something? It's a 5-step credibility check. And teaching a system like this isn't just some fun little exercise. The impact is enormous. The data shows that kids who learn systematic fact-checking skills are 73% less likely to believe and share false information. I mean, think about that. That cuts their vulnerability by nearly 3/4. It's huge. Now for what might be the single most important skill of them all,
lateral reading. This is literally what professional fact-checkers do for a living. Instead of reading down a single page to decide if it's trustworthy, they immediately open new tabs to read across what other, different sources are saying about that same topic and about the person who wrote the original article.
So what does that actually look like? It's easy. You land on a website that makes a claim. Your first move isn't to read the article, it's to open a new tab and search for the author. Then another tab to search for the claim itself. You're comparing and contrasting, trying to get a consensus. It teaches the crucial lesson that the first thing Google shows you isn't automatically the truth. It's about investigation, not just blind acceptance.
And check out how this plays out in the real world. An 8-year-old girl named Sarah used this exact skill and discovered that her favorite science facts account on Instagram was actually run by some random person with zero science background. So what'd she do? She made a better choice. She switched to following actual scientists. Now that is empowerment. That's a skill that will protect her for the rest of her life.
So, as we start to wrap this up, let's be really clear about what our mission is here. This isn't just about teaching kids to avoid the bad stuff online. It's so much bigger. It's about raising an entire generation of active, confident truth seekers. And you know what? That mission starts today.
And what this all really boils down to is one crucial shift in our thinking. Our goal is not to protect our kids from the media. Let's be honest, that's impossible, and it's a losing battle anyway. Our goal is to empower them to think for themselves while they're in it. That's the whole game. Look, I know this can feel like a lot, so please, don't feel like you have to do everything all at once. Just pick 1 or 2 strategies we talked about. Maybe it's asking those detective questions, or maybe it's just working on your own habit of checking sources. Just try it out this week, and then just watch what happens. I think you'll be amazed. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. The digital world, it's only going to get more complex, more persuasive, more confusing. So the only real question left is, who's going to be your child's guide through all of it? You have the tools now. You can be that guide.